What's going on, everybody? This is AJ Batista, and you're listening to episode 10 of the Bomcast. I'm joined by my usual co-hosts, Mike Morano and Patrick O'Chang. The Super Bowl is this weekend. James Harden got traded to Philly, and this is the 10th episode of the show. Just like the Nets losing streak, this is the 10th episode of the show. What's going on, fellas?
Nice. I like that, AJ.
That was good.
The Knicks are the hottest team in New York, technically, because they won last
back,
night.
Baby. Julius Randle's back.
He is back. He's actually having a very good, ever since he told Berman to fuck off, he's been great.
How you guys been?
Hey man, had a great time. DC, saw a little bit of the DC. I'm trying to pitch away at the things that I probably should be doing here. Like I can't live here and be like, oh, I never saw a monument, or I've never seen this. So I'm trying to pitch away at like
gotta do the touristy stuff.
Yeah, it's just that, like, you know,
gotta storm the Capitol, just usual DC thing.
Just some tourist stuff. But you know, as a newly popular loner, I'm just, you know, I don't really care what other people think.
I was thinking, how long would it take for him to say popular loner? Because it's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
This is a new thing.
Yeah, he's been saying it like for the last 3 days.
It's a new thing because, like, you know, being trapped in this asylum all day and then only being allowed out 4 hours out of the day, you kind of just appreciate yourself and feel like you don't need anybody else, you know?
Once again, this is all up to him. He could go outside whenever he wants. He's not trapped. He lives by himself. He probably should leave his apartment. He probably save money on electricity.
So, like, I don't mean to be rude, but like I kind of see you guys as below me. In a way.
The warm arms?
No, not even that. It's just because I just really just don't need other people's opinions in my life anymore. So
you just need to focus on yourself.
I'm gonna focus on myself, and I never really understood that phrase where it's like I just need to focus on myself, because what does that mean besides like watching like Hulu like 12 hours a day?
Yeah,
it's like better self-care, like
get a haircut.
I don't know. You maybe create like a routine. Putting lotion on. I don't know.
It takes 21 days to pick up a habit.
Yeah, I haven't cut my hair in like almost 2 months.
Oh, what's that corny expression? It takes 10 days to do something, 21 days to make it a habb. There's some expression.
I know the second part. I heard it in a podcast last night. So
yeah, there's some 10 days to do something, 21 days to make it a habit.
I think you just made up the 10 part because we're on the 10th episode.
Oh, you think I'm trying to?
Does that mean we've been doing this for 10 weeks, which means 10 weeks have flown by like this?
Do we skip a week or no?
We might have.
No,
I think we just delayed it by a couple of days.
Yeah, no, I don't. We changed the days we record, but I don't think we've skipped a week yet.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dedication will make our listeners grow. I'll tell you that.
You know what? We're growing.
Just never stop. People will have to turn
slowly and surely. Who do you guys got in the Super Bowl this weekend?
Oh man, it's tough. I still have to fill out my prop bet. Why? No, okay.
Oh, me too.
I have my prop bet. No, I have my prop bet filled out. I have to go back to it, and it seems like I've already deleted it, so I have to redo it. So I was looking at it, but I was pretty confident in the ones I was looking at. There wasn't anything crazy that I was like, oh, I don't know. So I think the hardest part for me is the Gatorade color, of what color the Gatorade's going to be. I feel I'm rocking with yellow this year.
If the Bengals win, I'm hearing it's orange because they only use orange Gatorade.
Yeah, it's got to be orange.
Like they said on part of my take last week. The guy said they only use orange Gatorade.
They're trying to mess with you. That's what I'm telling you. It's not anything prop betting is never that simple. It always has to be super complicated, okay? Because the Chiefs and Bucks last year are supposed to be red regardless because they're both red.
What was it? It was clear, right?
And it was clear. Oh no, it was blue. It was blue.
It was blue. Yeah.
So I'm going with yellow this year.
I don't remember what I picked, honest to God.
I think the weirdest one though is Doja Cat gonna make it
show up? Yeah, that wouldn't make no. I don't see the point Doja Cat showing up.
Which may make it possible that she is.
Maybe. Maybe she'll do the say so dance.
Which now messes with me. But you know, I kind of stuck with the basic picks just because like I don't want to overthink anything. Like it's easier for Stafford to win MVP than it is for Aaron Donald, in my opinion, because it's just easy. Stafford's always at the helm, and I feel like Donald has to go off like Von Miller type in Super Bowl 50 to like do that. And I just don't think I don't think Aaron Donald's going to do that.
I think he actually is. I don't think the Bengals. I think you look at the Titans game with the Bengals. The line was fucking atrocious. The only difference is that he's facing Ryan Tannehill and not Matt Stafford. So if Stafford has a good game, I do think it'll be because the defense stopped the Bengals. But at the same time, I think it's going to be a close game in a sense. So I can see Stafford winning it. I can see Kupp winning it, honestly. I picked Donald, but
yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing I really picked Kupp for is to get the first touchdown of the game for the Rams. I think.
I don't think he gets the first. I think he gets a touchdown. I don't know if he gets the first.
Usually,
he usually just sneaks in one way, like randomly.
There's always an obscure player that scores first. Always, in my opinion. When you look at the thing and like, oh, is Chase going to score or is Higgins going to score? It's like, nah, it's going to be someone.
It's going to be Tyler Boyd.
Someone completely different. And I also wouldn't put it past me if Giovanni Bernard like just suited back up for the Bengals and scored.
Just showed up.
Because
he was there for a very long time.
That's
random. He was just there.
It was so weird to see Giovanni Bernard with a Buccaneers jersey because I always just thought he was with the Bengals. He was with that since I was in high school. He
was like a permanent Bengals backup running back. He was never the first guy. There was always someone else there, but Giovanni Bernard was there.
Are me and Boomer Esiason the only two people who think the Bengals are going to win this Sunday? I am fully with the Bengals for this.
My heart says Bengals, but every because it'll be cool if they won, but every football thing says the Rams are better in every aspect whatsoever.
And I think,
and then people were like, "Oh, but Joe Burrow, Matt Stafford's better than Joe Burrow."
And I think even the sportsbook odds too are in the Rams' favor.
No, the Bengals are not going to be. We're not going to be favored whatsoever. They played in the Super Bowl, but I could see them winning. It's just that it doesn't look great because simply because their offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, we can have one of those bad Stafford games to show up. You never know when he rears his head.
I don't think Jamar Chase is going to have that great of a game.
He's not going to have a good game
because of the
all.
defense. Yeah,
he's Ramsey. If they put Ramsey on him, they're not going to throw it to him.
Yeah,
simple as that. But
I want Joe Burrow to win. I love that the fact that the Bengals, they sucked for so long. The last Super Bowl they were in was 34 years ago or 33 years ago. Now they're back. So I just want the Rams we saw a couple of years ago versus the Patriots. Look,
different Rams team.
Yeah, sure. Obviously different Rams team. But we've seen the team in recent history in the Super Bowl. I love that the Bengals, Joe Burrow changed the team pretty much. Without Joe Burrow, there's no way the Bengals were going to be in the Super Bowl this year at all. He was a complete difference maker in the team. So I love that they're in it, and that's the sole reason why I also love Joe Burrow, but that's the reason why I'm rooting for them instead of over the Rams.
See, I'm so conflicted about who's going to win. I'm not putting any money on the direct result of the game. I'm not putting anything on the money line.
I didn't do it either. Yeah,
I put the Bengals spread 7.5 alternate. That's the most I can do because I don't know what the hell the game's going to look like.
I'm a little annoyed at Joe Burrow, and it has nothing to do with him. It's just that, okay, Pat, let's stop with the smirking.
Because you're going to say something fucking stupid.
No, I'm not going to say something stupid. I swear to God, I'm not going to say something stupid.
Okay.
But it annoys me because when people find new stars in the NFL, it has to go way over the top. So hearing Joe Burr, I'm tired of it. Already. I'm already tired of it.
Let's try.
All right, let's find a new quarterback already because I'm really tired of Joe Burr and Joe Shiesty.
I love
Joe Shiesty. Also, AJ,
one, that's gentrification. One.
AJ, you don't spell Shiesty right. I'm just like no.
I learned that the other day. I know it was after Pooh Shiesty, but I was spelling it like the word shyster. You just hyphen, you shorten the word shyster.
I don't know shyster was a word.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What the fuck is a shyster?
Like Saul Goodman in Breaking Bad. He's a shyster.
You know what I mean?
What?
I thought he was a lawyer.
Yeah, that's what you would call a shady lawyer, a shyster.
Oh.
Anybody who tries to it's a Yiddish word. It's like anybody who tries to kind of fuck around with you, a shyster.
The definition is professionally unscrupulous.
It's like a scammer. You're basically a scammer. You steal things.
Disreputable, unethical, and unscrupulous. Those are big words.
Yeah, it's the Yiddish word for a scammer. So I was spelling it like shyster because shyster spelled Shyster.
Yeah, Joe Shiesty is just gentrification too.
Pooh Shiesty, it does that. The way they would spell it like that does make more sense. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, the Bengals have been
Joe
fun.
Burrow is not a good nickname, actually.
I hate
agree
it.
with Mike. It's stupid.
I don't like Joe Burrow either. I love Joe Shiesty. I think it's great.
And
I hate when people go Joe Brr. I hate when people say that.
Yeah, people have just
hate
been
that.
And it's fine. It's fine. People get excited over new things. And that's great. That's great. But let's just relax.
Also, it's fun because this is the second time we're going to do the whole Joe Burrow's cool thing. Because we just did it with the LSU year.
Yeah.
You know, and now we got to do it again. I like Joe Burrow. I think he's great. I just think that people are sucking his dick a little bit too much. That's all.
I want the Bengals to win because I want Joe Burrow to say in 3 years he got the Heisman, the national championship, and the Super Bowl. I want that to happen too.
Cool.
That would be awesome.
I want Stafford to say in 13 years he was able to get the number 1 overall draft pick and the Super Bowl in just 13 years. You know,
to be fair, that's football though.
Yeah.
You know,
Stafford deserves it too. 100%.
How many number 1 picks are that good? Look at Andrew Luck. He's dead.
It seems like you're preying on Stafford's downfall, AJ, and I don't think you know what he's been through.
I'm not preying on his downfall.
You don't understand. He was on the Lions.
I understand he was in Detroit forever. He was in turmoil in Detroit. He deserves a Super Bowl win too.
It also seems like you don't care about his other issues with his family that he had to go through and get through.
Does he have family issues? I'm lost.
He did, and it seems like the way that you're just sounding right now, it sounds like you're kind of just like getting like you're just putting all that behind you, not worrying about that.
Well, I think you need to separate the athlete from the life, just like you need to separate art from the artist. I think that's what needs to happen.
Let's just separate the art from the artist.
What?
Let's just separate the art from the artist. That's always worked out really well.
Well, you know. I want Joe Burrow. I want the Bengals to win just because I think it'd be fun.
Here's something that I think is really fucked in terms of the Super Bowl is that Andrew Whitworth has spent basically his entire career, I think up to 2005 to 2017 or 2006, 2016, he was with the Bengals and then left to go pursue a Super Bowl with the Rams and now has to face the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
That's great. I love that. If that's a storyline, that's great. I love that.
So fucked. I think that's awful.
I think that's hilarious. What if so ironic.
The team that he leaves to go pursue a ring and then he loses to that team. Andrew Whitworth's a great guy. Walter Payton Man of the Year. And now
I think that's great. I think that's so ironic that he left and now he has to play the team he left. That's so much fun.
Have you seen what Andrew Whitworth has said in the past when the Rams lost in the Super Bowl a couple years ago? Do you know what he said in the press conference?
I don't.
I'm scared if Andrew Whitworth loses the Super Bowl. I'm actually very scared for him because in the last Super Bowl they lost, he was in the press conference all mopey and then they were asking questions. He goes, "Who cares? We're all just gonna die anyway." Oh, I was like, dude's like 38, and he's talking like he's like an edgy 16-year-old, and he was just in the press conference like, "It doesn't matter who wins Super Bowl, who doesn't win. We're all gonna end up in the same spot. We're all gonna die." It was just like, what? So I'm really scared.
Even though I want the Bengals to win, most of my bets were Rams centered. One parlay I did was Odell a touchdown, Odell over I think it was 62.5 receiving yards, and Joe Burrow over 15 rushing yards. So most of them, that was just one bet. Most of my bets are Rams centered. What are your guys? What'd you guys bet so far? If you bet already, what'd you guys bet?
I'm still working my way up because I plan on spending a lot of money on this parlay. I want to put it, not really, but I've been actually having a good weekend betting. Not yesterday, but what's today? Thursday, Monday, and I think Sunday I was doing pretty good. But I think the only one I put right now because I just put $20 on because I get it back anyway if I lose. I think it was just Stafford passing yards, Joe Burrow passing yards, Cup touchdown. Odell yards and Joe Mixon touchdown and what's it called? The alternate spread on the Bengals for 7.5 because that seems obtainable. But I want to build some crazy ass one. I'm gonna call it the Super Bowl Super Parlay, and just to see it fail by one thing, like all my other parlays. I want to see the streak I'm on. It's truly impressive.
I want to try to win big too because after on Monday I'm cashing out of all the 3 sports books I have accounts with. I need to take a break from gambling, save some money.
How much you down or up?
No, I'm up. So even if I lose all the bets from Sunday, I still made money from what I initially deposited when it became legal in New York. So I'm still cashing out a winner, which is good but I do want to win big just to make the extra money. That's just.
No, I'm addicted to this shit now. March Madness will be a problem.
Yeah,
a problem for me.
I said I was going to cash out after the Super Bowl and take a break until I get a full-time job, but I forgot about March Madness, and now I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to put more money back in. I don't know. And just start betting again with March Madness and only take a month.
No, March Madness is such a rabbit hole, and it's tough.
You just gotta put the spread each game and hope for the best.
Yeah.
It's March Madness. Most of the games would be close, so either they'll cover or, we're fucked.
Mike, do you know if there's like any like Maryland's considering legalizing gambling soon, or you have no idea?
Oh, I think Maryland, I think it's legal in Maryland. Because I think they have like a FanDuel casino around here or 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
It might not. The mobile one might not be.
The mobile is not a thing, which I don't
what it is.
understand. And I think the highlight of sports betting this year for Maryland was when the governor of Maryland placed the first bet that was legal, and he placed it in the middle of the season, and he said, "I'm putting it on a Ravens-Redskins Super Bowl," and that's how he. But he said Redskins.
He actually said Redskins.
He said, "I'm putting it on a Ravens-Redskins Super Bowl and have an all Maryland Super Bowl." I'm like, dude, they haven't been the Redskins in 2 years.
Yeah.
And you get to be the first person to put a sports bet in Maryland. You get to do that.
I wonder how long that's going to take, like really become a thing before you stop hearing people say Redskins, and at least for people down there in DC and Maryland and Virginia.
I think people. I think people in the DMV are fine with it. I don't think people in the DMV have ever had an issue with it. Mm-hmm. I think it is everyone else that loves to be an attention seeker and it's like, oh, dude, I'm still going to call them the Redskins. They're still the Redskins. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. It's okay. You don't have to be different, okay? I'm the only one that gets to be different around here because I don't need other people's fucking thoughts and opinions about me, okay? So I'm the one that gets to be different around here.
I'm tired of this shit. God. Fucking I think I'm not used to calling them the football team. Like I call them the Redskins every once in a while, but like that's just because I fucking face the Reds. We face the Redskins twice a year, the Giants.
Yeah.
But it's just how it is. But I'm probably gonna call them the football team more than I call them the fucking Commanders now. It's gonna take another 2 years.
I'm probably just gonna say Washington. That's it.
That's probably honestly.
It's the best thing. Yeah, just say Washington.
That's fine. The people that make it their life goal to be different and still call them like this. The same thing I find with the Aunt Jemima syrup when it's
Pearl Milling Company now.
But I'm saying what now is Pearl Millings. People are like, dude, I'm still calling it Aunt Jemima, and I'm still gonna keep all of these bottles in my closet of Aunt Jemima.
I don't think anyone's not gonna call it Aunt Jemima ever. This is what we call it. It's just like ingrained in society.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody made
syrup,
that
so who gives a fuck?
People, but like I see people on TikTok like hoarding these bottles and to keep filling. Like you're weird.
Yeah, they're refilling. Oh yeah, you can buy like the big ass one, right? And
you're refilling it. That's weird.
Yeah, it is. I wonder in Cleveland how long people are going to make the switch to guard. I already forgot they changed it to the Guardians. I already completely forgot about that.
It doesn't matter. Baseball isn't happening, so we're good.
That's true. Yeah, it's probably never going to happen again. Yeah.
But Manfred did say yesterday in his press conference that he still expects spring training to be on time. And they've already come to a couple agreements in terms of when players could hit free agency and universal DH.
I would love universal DH. I would love it.
And they are meeting again, I believe, not meeting again Saturday, but the owners are going to have an official proposal and then the players are going to reject it. And we're going to go back into this kind of loophole. But I don't think any sides want to miss games.
I wouldn't think so either. I hope they could figure this out, like at least have a delayed start to the season, like if spring training runs late and whatever.
The players already think spring training is too long. You realistically want like 3 weeks of spring training.
It's fair.
I think every sport hates preseason.
Yeah,
makes sense.
It's useless in like almost every sport.
Yeah,
but
I think it's necessary to have it for like a game or two. In terms of football,
I get why they hate it, but there is a difference. Like for all these athletes, there is a difference between being in shape and in game shape. And that's obviously
that's what training camp's for, because they don't play in the preseason.
No, but preseason, even still, you got to get a lot of these guys in game shape. Just get them.
I get
back.
that, but like football, I think this past year they didn't when it was the COVID year when they didn't have training camps or whatever. That's why everyone was getting hurt. They didn't have preseason either. But this year they had training camps. And they had like a shortened preseason. No one played in the preseason. Everybody was like perfectly fine. I mean, like not perfect. It's football, obviously, but I'm talking about football in a sense here. I just feel like there's no point in watching these third string quarterbacks go out and play 3 quarters a game.
No, I never
just so they can maybe make the team and not play all year. But I guess people's jobs.
I always thought the NFL was more exciting with third string quarterbacks, and I always thought that was really cool.
You watch the Giants and the Jets play in week 3 of preseason, and you're like, wow, this is fucking.
No. I'm saying just backup quarterbacks in general. Like I think I was
in the regular season. That's fine. I don't want to watch no fucking preseason football when the third stringers are throwing the third stringers. That's not fun.
You wouldn't be saying that if you bet the under in that game.
I don't want to watch Josh Johnson throw to whoever is the fucking 10th string on the Jets.
What I'm hearing here, Pat, is if it's Josh Johnson and who's the other, Davis Webb, we'll just say, for the Giants. You wouldn't see that game and say under and bet it.
I don't think you can you bet on preseason football?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you can.
And honestly, no, one you would bet the over, because those preseason games are weird sometimes.
I don't know. I
feel like the spread would just be low, because it's like, oh, it's preseason, and not the spread. The line would be like 36.5 or some shit. Not really. That's way too low. But
I don't know.
I wouldn't bet on preseason football. I'm not a degenerate.
I see that game and I see under. Also, one of you guys should have bet on the Pro Bowl, but you guys didn't.
I don't think we couldn't.
You were able to bet on the Pro Bowl?
You couldn't bet on the Pro Bowl. I mean, Big Cat said he did, but you couldn't do it on FanDuel. I looked.
Okay. Well, I think the Pro Bowl needs to stay the same. And I don't see an issue with the Pro Bowl. I don't.
The Pro Bowl just needs to go away. I think it's useless as well.
I don't think it needs to go away. I honestly think it is perfectly fine the way it is. And I do not give a fuck what anyone else thinks.
Do you watch the Pro Bowl, Mike? That's the question.
I did watch the Pro Bowl. I actually.
Why? You watched it? No one watches the Pro Bowl.
I got home from work and it was on, and so I just sat down and I watched it.
I don't care about them not playing and shit.
On my chin, wave my feet around,
playing hard and whatever. I don't give a fuck about all that shit. Do whatever the fuck they want to do. I just don't see the point of it. It's like there's all these dudes who are obviously miserable because either they just lost in the playoffs or their team went fucking 2-14, but they were good. It just seems like a waste of a time for most people. I think people getting arrested and shit because they're going out beating people up.
Because that's because it was in Vegas. If they just had in Hawaii or I don't know, I heard Orlando.
Yeah, but what does that do for me? What do I have to watch the Pro Bowl for? My team sucks.
Okay, here's my take on the Pro Bowl. If it's in like the actual
continental United States, yeah.
If it's everything except for Alaska and Hawaii, I think the Pro Bowl is a good idea because if it's in, let's just say it's just in MetLife, right? And
they're gonna have a fucking Pro Bowl.
They're gonna have
New Jersey. God.
They're gonna have it obviously in a warm spot, but let's just say it's by you guys, right? And like you see, like all these great players. It doesn't necessarily. It has to be like a game. It's just more of like for a fan experience to come to those games and see your favorite players or the best players of the season all together. Just kind of having
my favorite players didn't make the Pro Bowl. They suck.
I'm just saying it's like in a young fan experience. I think that's a good idea. And I think it's cool to have them just kind of do whatever they want in a game, throw the ball around, see some guys score touchdowns in a useless game. It's not supposed to, when I see these ex-players, not JJ Watt, it annoys the shit out of me because one, JJ Watt is going to get hurt doing that. He's going to get hurt doing that. He's going to fucking he's going to go run past the O-line and he's going to sack Mac Jones or whoever. And he's going to get hurt doing it, but at least he got the sack. And so then ESPN could take a video of him doing that, getting hurt and be like, he left it all on the line, even for a game that didn't fucking matter.
It really matters to him.
If let's say the Pro Bowl was in Hawaii, and which I always thought was cool, let's say it was in Hawaii, JJ Watt's playing, he gets hurt, but to show everybody that he could do anything when he's injured and that he's tough, he could go deadlift a volcano. I feel like he
can go jump really into the volcano actually and come out unscathed, or maybe like a burnt arm, but he continues to play. He's like the Hulk after he did the snap and then game. He's just going fucking do shit.
Like the fact that Mac Jones got tackled, or just got touched really, and then ran still for the touchdown and then hit the grid. Cool. I think that was great.
Yeah, they were calling the McGriddle. I thought that was funny.
It's kind of funny. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I like Mac Jones.
There are pros. Like, a lot of people just fucking listen to what two people say, and then when they think the Pro Bowl is bad, everyone just thinks the Pro Bowl is bad because that's what everyone's saying. Is it ideal? No. It's soft football, and that's fine. I don't want these guys to go all out and kill each other over a game that has no meaning.
I agree.
So,
yeah.
So why are you going to make these guys? Because then if you get what you want and these guys go all out, they get hurt, you're going to be complaining that now that your favorite player can't play next season because he tore his Achilles in the Pro Bowl. So let's stop with that. It's just meant to have fun. And obviously they sell tickets because there are people there. So let's not act like the Pro Bowl is completely useless. I just think
what do you mean you look like a fucking idiot, Mike? Thanks. All right. That was really nice. That was my whole point, that it's useless and then you just shit all over it. I thought we were friends.
It's fine. I never really thought we were friends.
Pro Bowl.
So I'm okay with
Pro Bowl. I'll just go hit on another All-Star game, like the fucking baseball one, which is also useless.
I think any kind of All-Star game is very fun. Like, I miss the Pro Bowl being in Hawaii.
I can't watch a baseball All-Star game. I can't watch a 3-2 game. That's not fun.
Have fun.
Exactly. There's no fun in the baseball All-Star game. There's no fun. Oh, cool. Otani struck out the side. The fun. Okay. What's the difference between that and what happened 2 days ago? There's no difference. At least in the NBA All-Star game, they're dunking and shit, having, they're actually doing shit that's fun. It's a whole weekend around it. In baseball, it's the home run derby, which is cool. And Pete Alonso sitting there rapping on the Biggie and shit. That's fun. I'll give you that. But when it's just dudes striking out for 6 fucking innings, and then, oh, cool, Prince Fielder hit a fucking home run. It's 1-0 AL. It's not that fun. It's probably, I don't know. It's not fun to watch, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not fun to watch. I just said Prince. I don't know. I just named a random All-Star from like 2011. I don't fucking know. Prince Fielder is still technically getting paid by the Rangers, bro. He can make the All-Star team anytime he wants.
You guys want to know what my favorite All-Star game is? Celebrity All-Star game.
Yeah, the softball game.
Slow pitch Celebrity All-Star game. Are you kidding? I want to watch
shit. You know what's stupid? They don't do it live. They should show it live. They show it after the home run derby. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
No, but the Celebrity All-Star game has no impact on the regular season. So why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
I'm not saying, no. See, that's fun. I like seeing Justin Bieber and Snoop Dogg pitch to each other. That's cool.
I agree.
Now, I watch Otani pitch 99 past Vladdy Jr. for no fucking reason. I can just go watch an Angel Blue Jays game and see the same shit.
Yeah.
They should just do the baseball fucking All-Star game should just be underhand pitches. That's how they make it better.
And just have them just cracking balls.
The home run derby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let the game end No. This is an actual game. Let the game end 73-70.
I agree. That'd be so much fun. Yeah, 2 days of a home run derby. Why not? Why not?
I get.
Put the pitchers in the home run derby. Make the pitchers only bat and make it a hitter's only pitch. See what would happen.
I get so angry at people that constantly complain about the one thing, and then when they change it, then it's a weird thing. Like, everyone wanted universal DH in baseball for the longest time. Yeah. Everyone's tired of pitchers hitting, but then they see a highlight of Bartolo Colon hitting a home run, and they're like, "Let's end it. Let's scrap it," because Bartolo Colon doesn't even play. But God forbid a fat dude in a uniform gets at bat. I want to see it 5 years from now. He's so angry. People's like sports takes just piss me off, because it's just like, you're just saying this because everyone else is saying it.
Are you saying like nobody has an original
idea? Kind of like how yesterday Mike said that I should trade for Jeremy Graham. Whenever he said that, that's crazy.
Okay, but I was thinking about that. I just thought that was a good idea.
Crazy.
We just had the same ideas. People. Okay, but more times people copy me. Okay.
No, because you're a loner. So how would anyone fucking know? You're a popular.
True.
My bad. He's a popular loner. So maybe his takes will get out there somehow.
People like me. I don't like people. Okay. I have like a mug that says that or some shit. I don't know. I got it at Walmart. I also picked up a sweet shirt from Walmart that says the word adulting, but there's only 1 star out of 5, and then I put would not recommend.
Did you actually buy that?
Oh no, my god!
I was gonna say Mike.
That's so
I know what this thing is. I can see Mike buying it, but at the same time, I can't see Mike going to the cashier and him looking at him like, "What is this?"
I don't have money to fill my pot up with water to make pasta, and I'm gonna go out there and buy a shirt that says "Adulting is hard."
Okay. Yes.
That's so funny, because those shirts we make fun of from when we were kids, where it's like the my sister, whatever, that's sarcastic.
We'll send my sister for video games.
Those shirts are just the adult version of that, where you put adulting on a shirt, or you have a shirt that's like, I don't care about your opinion, or what, those like with the American flag and an eagle in the background. They're just the same thing. It's the adult version.
Yep. And it's really nice. And I'm glad that they still sell those. And I'm glad they still sell. Next, I'm going to get a shirt that says, I don't like the Pro Bowl because everyone else doesn't like the Pro Bowl, and I can't form my own opinion about them hitting each other in a useless game.
What's that amusement park in Ohio? Cedar Point. I saw a guy. I was waiting online for a roller coaster. I saw a guy. His shirt said, "Eat pussy, drink whiskey, hail Satan."
That's pretty cool.
I think cool, but I would change it to eat box, hail box. What was the last one?
Drink whiskey.
Drink box.
Eat pussy, hail box, drink squirt.
I don't want to do this anymore. Well, we were just talking about the Pro Bowl 2 minutes ago, man.
Yeah.
This is your fault. You brought up the stupid fucking shirts.
and I can't wait. I also can't wait until like you see like those basic ass memes that are gonna come from the Super Bowl, when it's just like people are like, oh, the halftime show was just so much better than the Super Bowl itself, or some stupid shit like that.
I can't wait to look at girl Snapchat stories. It's like, wow, I love Kendrick. They don't do anything all day. They're like, DNA. Okay, relax.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for that.
And we got less than a minute. I'll end it. Let the video process. Come back, ski. I'm gonna start saying ski at the end of words again too.
No. Because you're gonna do it while he wants. He's gonna fucking do it again. Like that one. Who I think it was Mike. Mike said it, and then it was the first night I went to the bars. And Wally kept saying he was ski at fairs.
Like, that was me.
That was you who said it first, but he was like, I'm gonna get a drink ski. That single-handedly almost ruined my first night out of the bars. That and Mike dying in the lobby.
Year. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a drink ski. I was like, shut the fuck up. You can't do this. Stop.
All right, so moving on from the Pro Bowl and All-Star games, football and baseball, the NBA trade deadline was yesterday. The Knicks did nothing. The Nets got Ben Simmons. Philly got James Harden. A couple other trades that we could go into, but those were the two biggest because we're all from New York. Yeah. So Brooklyn finally did it. They got rid of James Harden. There was a lot of drama, but not as much, I guess, as there was from Philly. The Nets still got made out pretty good overall. They got a couple other players, a couple of draft picks. Not that draft picks mean that much in basketball, but at least they got a lot out of the trade. Now let's see how both players react now that they're on the teams. Like Ben wanted out of Philly, James wanted to go to Philly. So let's see what happens. Let's see if everybody's hamstring heals up.
Yeah, I'm hearing actually that Ben Simmons is not depressed at all anymore.
Yeah,
like he's been healed because all he had to do was actually move an hour north. Like, as a fellow Philadelphia hater myself, I completely understand why Ben Simmons is like just mad. It's a shitty city. Eagles fans are, I can't say that word, but they're not good people. Sixers fans probably the same. I don't know about Flyers fans. Who gives a shit? Is there another team I'm missing here? Phillies fans. I mean, they had a super Bryce Harper, so they're not good people at all. But all Ben Simmons had to do was move to New York and not be depressed. And to be fair, if I was living in New York City, I would be depressed as well because I'm also a New York City hater. But not as much as I hate Philadelphia.
Jersey guy?
Huh? No, I actually hate the entire tri-state area. I'm actually a big Syracuse guy. That's it. So I actually don't care about anything below Albany.
Well, you're moving to Syracuse.
Of course, we're all moving to Syracuse.
But
I've been telling that to my friends. They think I'm being dead ass because I am. And they're like, "Yo, you sound like you're being serious." I'm like, why wouldn't I be serious? He's like, "Who's in Syracuse?" Like, the boys are moving to Syracuse.
and then I'm gonna be the only person that actually moves there, and you'd be like, "Oh, I didn't think you guys were being dead ass." So I just bought this six bedroom like house for $500.
Now what do I do now?
I put my life savings into this. I'm gonna fix it up for another $2,000, dude. I'm taking out 2 mortgages for this.
You know what? In defense of Ben Simmons, where you work does have a huge effect on your mental health. I'm just going to say in defense of him.
AJ's been going crazy. Actually, I think he's been pretty like calm, but like a couple of months ago, AJ at Planet Fitness was losing his mind.
I suppress it. I suppress it. I keep moving.
Is Planet Fitness that bad still, or is it died down?
It sucks.
I think it's because you work at Planet Fitness in Long Island. I really think that's what it is.
I'm sorry.
Like every time I go to Planet Fitness in Newburgh, it seems pretty calm.
I don't need to get yelled at by a woman because the paper towel dispenser of her liking was empty. I don't get paid enough to get yelled at for that. And it wasn't even empty. It was just jammed. She just needed to give it a little few extra pumps and the paper towels would have come. Why do you have to yell at me for that? It's not worth minimum wage at all.
People love yelling at us when they don't get the coupon. They like, it's great because we're running like a promotion. You have to scan a QR code. And either you got $20 off 100 or you got $10 off of 60. And now these people thought you got both. So she was like, how come where's the $10 off? I was like, you only get one or the other. She's like, that's bullshit. That's not what you said. I was like, that's exactly what I said. You need to fucking relax. God forbid you get the $10 off your fucking superstars. Relax.
I just want to say, I like my coworkers. People who I work with aren't
all of my coworkers. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like situations like that where I get
just the people. It's always
paper towels. Yeah. Not worth it.
My coworkers in Colorado.
Is there a serious office in Denver?
No, he just works remote.
Oh.
So he's in Colorado doing it.
So you can move to Syracuse and still work in DC. Right?
It depends on how they want to answer to like reopening the office. The office is kind of closed. It's not open to everybody. But since I live near, I could go.
Do you have like essential on your pass so you can come in?
No, it doesn't say essential. It just has my stupid face on it.
Do you have to fill out like a certain form or anything?
I fill out a survey every time I go in. It's just like a quick on my phone saying I'm good.
Yeah, we're supposed to do that every time we went to campus last year. I did like the first week, and I
didn't do it.
Yeah, me too.
Because who was gonna stop me?
Yeah, it was the most useless.
It's not like they checked it, you know.
Yeah. That form that to go to campus last year that we had to fill out was like, have you ever seen the video of the security guard at the ballpark who's just you're good. That was my fucking
high school security.
But yeah, NBA trade deadline was yesterday. Pretty fun day. Everybody pays attention to Woj. Brian Windhurst, though, kind of upstaged Woj a little bit.
He did. Well, I think what it was. Woj must have been, Woj's sources were from this fucking Nets. Because the Nets were denying any of this was going to happen. Remember Steve Nash the week goes like he's not trading hard.
Yeah.
I think Woj was just getting information from like the Nets. Because he was just like, it's not happening. It's not happening. Windhorst was like, it's fucking happening. It didn't happen, And Shams actually beat him to it. Shams did report it first. I think Woj had more details, but Shams was the first to say that Harden was getting traded. And, kind of sucks for, I guess, Nets fans. You didn't get to see the full capabilities of the three.
No.
I also forgot that all three of them actually played together in the playoffs last year in that Boston series. I think
they play a little bit of Milwaukee too when they destroyed Milwaukee.
No, Kyrie missed the entire Milwaukee. No, they did because Kyrie got hurt in the Milwaukee series. Yeah, so
But you didn't get to see it for a whole this season. They played 16 games together.
No, they played 16 games in total.
Oh, even counting
last year and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Because I think did KD miss the end of last season, or was it Harden, one of the two? I think it was Harden.
I thought it was 16 games together. This is interesting.
No, they couldn't play together all this year. I think they played like one game together all this year, maybe or two, because KD's been out since like middle of January. Kyrie just came back.
Yeah, until they finally
Harden stopped playing last week. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Ben Simmons. When was the last time Ben Simmons played? 8 months ago? 9 months ago?
He hasn't played since the Game 7. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that was like 8 months ago ish. So it'll be interesting. June, KD's coming back. The first game he's coming back is versus Philly in Philly. Going to be
that's not true.
That's what Luke said.
No, it's after. No. He's just saying that's when they're playing each other. KD's coming back like after the All-Star break. Allegedly.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's not his first game back. But that's like Simmons' first game back. If even Ben Simmons is ready by next month, because he hasn't played basketball 8 months and he's been depressed, so he hasn't been practicing either. I assume. Yeah. So he needs to him and Kyrie can go into like the stage chamber and let's get over there that bad juju.
Yeah, so I'm very curious to see how how each team's press conference is going to be and what they have to say about each team if they're even going to comment on it. It didn't go well. And I'd rather the Nets make the trade now, because if Philly was really going to say like, oh, he's just leaving, there's a couple sides to both that I understand. Like, if Philly knew that Harden was going to leave in the offseason anyway, why would they go and make a run for him then?
Because no, I think they were trying to, because here, if they didn't, if they went and made a run for him, they would have to trade Harris and Simmons somewhere else in the offseason. So now they keep mostly everybody other than Seth Curry, because I don't think the Nets would do a sign and trade with Harden in the offseason, because they would have all the leverage, because then Harden could just like sign wherever he wanted to in reality. But yeah, they would also have to trade Tobias Harris to probably OKC or some other fucking place, just to free up the cap, because they wouldn't have any money, because they're paying 3 dudes like $100 million plus.
Yeah, so it was just kind of annoying on that front, because you wanted them to succeed so bad, and you don't know what was going on kind of, inside the locker room and stuff. So once things got pretty bad and Harden just kind of gave up, it's like whatever. What that kind of shows me is that, like, in the NBA, it doesn't matter what guys sign; they could be gone in a year.
Yeah, the whole contracts, cap space, it's very weird. Like, that's why everyone makes fun of Damian Lillard, because Damian Lillard's contract is horrible. But in reality, if he wants to leave, he can leave, and someone will get him. Look, remember Paul George? He signed the extension, and a year later, he was randomly on the Clippers. Like, yeah, there's nothing really. NBA is weird. I don't know.
Mike, are you bummed to see James Harden go, though? You sound a little bummed out about it.
I'm just kind of annoyed of kind of how it played out, because like when obviously when they first kind of came on, it was like the coolest thing ever, and you really wanted them to succeed, and you saw what they were able to do, and then just outside, the thing that most frustrated me is the outside factors that came into play. Mm-hmm. And they couldn't stay healthy. KD being out is a punch in the gut for the team. And then you kind of realize, well, you knew, but you were willing to take the risk that it was just them three, and then they all had to kind of ride it out together. So when one gets hurt and the other one doesn't want to play for outside reasons, it's annoying, but it just didn't work out. And now, because of that, you don't have Jared Allen and you don't have Karis LeVert, who are now going to be thriving in
it's funny how in like the whole Harden trade, like the original one, that Cleveland ended up being the winners and all this. Yeah, they'd be the winners. Houston got the picks. They're going to be useless forever, it feels like now. Indiana, they got rid of Oladipo. That's really it. Indiana's doing their own thing. But Cleveland ended up with Allen, and they ended up with LeVert somehow. And they really had to give up much to get either of them. So it's pretty impressive. And look at them. I think they have a better record than the Nets right now.
They do, because Cleveland's hot right now, and Cleveland's it's good for Cleveland, man. Because I really do like hope Cleveland does well, like in their post LeBron era again. So I'm just glad the Nets are able to get something out of it, and now it's like, and now you got to work with what you have, and now you have Seth Curry that could pair up with Mills when Kyrie's not playing. But then it's just more of just. There's just so many outside factors and so many things that you have to go into each game that you can't just roll up the same 5 guys. But now with Simmons, with Drummond, with Curry, you kind of get a little bit more of a, you get a little more structure. Yeah. And I think you have Simmons for the next 4 years. I think.
Yeah, he's extended.
So KD's there. So now at least you have KD and Simmons.
KD's also extended, right?
Yes, KD's also extended. So you have KD and Simmons now for the next 4 years.
It's not bad.
The picks don't matter. So the Nets still got rid of a lot of picks. Yeah. I still don't think now the picks matter that much, because you have those 4 guys. You have those 2 guys for an extended period of time. So you guys are always going to be contention. It's not like you're going to be in 2016, 2015, 2017, where like it was nothing was going for them and they had no picks to begin with. So you want to have James Harden go to Philly. You had no choice. It sucks because you brought him on thinking you guys were going to have him for at least 3 years, 4 years, and it messed up. It changed, and now you got to worry about getting those guys acclimated, and you also got to worry about what Irving's vaccination status is always.
It's funny how that's really the deciding factor in all this.
It's a deciding factor.
If Kyrie's just playing the whole year, this probably all this doesn't happen,
and then you got to hope that something gets addressed in the offseason where Kyrie can play the entire year.
I think by next season it'll be resolved. I find it wild how like they haven't even. I forget what's the New York rule anyway. You have to be vaccinated just to work. Is that what it is?
Yes, the vaccine mandate.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Wait, but like, are the Nets a private organization, or is because aren't they? How does it work?
I don't think.
I think it's just like you have to have it. I don't know.
I think.
But isn't it weird how New York City has its own rule? Is it a New York State rule or New York City rule?
New York City.
Why does New York City like override the state? Because unless it's a statement, because I know like I have to be vaccinated to work in my job, but that's a private company's thing, not a New York thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it was the NBA saying everyone had to go get it, because that's technically who they work for, the NBA, right? Or
and then the NBA also did say it.
No,
NBA
NBA said we'll follow the rules that are in place in
whatever
state. Maybe that's what it is actually.
Because Bradley Beal was playing unvaccinated.
Yeah, and it was I guess they play in DC. I don't think there's anything in DC.
Yeah, no. So I'm saying like it just matters. It just differs from state to state.
No.
Kyrie is the one getting it.
But do you guys feel that like do you guys think that Harden was in the right in forcing his way out again, or do you feel like he kind of is like a little baby? Because I don't like
his friend's a little baby.
Oh, he's best friends with a little baby. No, but because people are like, oh, he did it. He's done it twice in 2 years. To be fair, the Houston thing, that team sucked.
Like, I get that.
But like, then I don't know. I look at Kyrie. I'm like, all right, I kind of get it too. I wouldn't want to play with this idiot kind of really either. No matter how good he is, he's not going to be there all the time, and I'm sitting there have to carry the team. I feel like Harden just looked at it. He was like kind of in the same situation he was in Houston. Only difference is if KD came back, I think everything would be fixed.
Yeah, so I think it's just a matter of if KD didn't get hurt, he's still on the team, which I think is kind of weird. I'm not saying.
I think maybe that's what he looked at. It's like, oh, if Kevin can't stay healthy, we're fucked.
And then why would you?
Then again, Embiid's injury prone as fuck too.
So I didn't understand it. I understand being frustrated with Kyrie. I get that, and I'm not going to sit here and say.
And maybe it might have been the team as well, because I feel the team is catering towards Kyrie a lot. Like I feel like Kyrie and KD have a lot of say in what's going on in that organization, maybe more than they need to be, and maybe that's why he feels like the team's going to back Kyrie and not listen to his concerns or something like that. I don't know. Just Harden's kind of a quiet guy, so we don't really know that much about.
You don't really know what he's going to want, and whatever. It's just like at this point, I can't even be mad at it anymore. It's just. You get more pieces that kind of maybe help fill a couple holes. You get a little bit more depth than you want. And you kind of hope that they just ride the ship to at least a play-in round at this point, because they're sinking very fast. So you have to fix something up. And the Nets, I respect the Nets for looking at the situation and not saying, let's ride it out, because now it's not a championship or bust season, in my opinion. They have next year to also regroup. If they kept Harden for at least the rest of the year, they are in a championship or bust situation, because that Harden may not stay. So if you go all the way, say you make it to the first round, you get eliminated, Harden's out, it's a complete and utter disaster.
Yeah.
Where you bring Simmons in, you bring Curry in.
They have another year to get everything right. Yeah.
You get another year to kind of make it together, and you buy yourself another year.
I do think Kyrie also has an option this year, but I assume the option.
Here's
the thing. I don't think anyone, like, as good as Kyrie is, I don't think anybody wants him. Because I think they look at him and he's like, this guy, the last 3 teams he's been on, he's kind of like torpedoed everything.
Yeah.
If you look at it, I think we should have known this from the beginning when the dude wanted to leave LeBron. I think we all blame LeBron for some reason when it was looking back, it's Kyrie's fault.
It's cool to hate LeBron.
I guess so. It's like, he kind of left a very good situation with the Cavs, for really no reason. So.
Yeah, he's too much of a risk. Why would any other team want to take that on? Yeah.
I forgot I was going to say something else too. I really forgot. But I think I was just going to talk about how, like, even if Kyrie isn't playing, if KD is there, the lineup looks a lot better now as well. Because you have Simmons, Curry, Mills, KD, Drummond. That's good enough.
It's
shooting.
Good. It's just defense, that they have to get acclimated very fast.
But
they just have to get acclimated very fast.
You know what I was going to say, actually? Steve Nash getting fired after the season, I think.
What do you say?
I don't think Steve Nash is the coach for the team.
You think he'll go for another one?
I think they should fire. I don't think they will, because I think KD and Kyrie, once again, will probably supersede that. But I don't think he should be the coach. I don't think he's ready to be a coach.
Shouldn't have been the coach to begin with.
Shouldn't have been the coach to begin with. He's just coasting off talent as right now.
Yeah, they're their chance to win was last year, and that's the thing that pissed me off the most. That like last year was their chance to win, and
KD's foot was just too big.
With Harden playing hurt, Kyrie getting hurt on a freak. It wasn't even Kyrie got hurt, like it was a freak injury he got hurt on.
Yeah, he landed on Giannis's foot.
Landed on Giannis's foot, and that was the end of it. And then KD's foot being too big. It's that's the thing that annoys me. Is it's all these just random things. It's not just going out and they just just didn't play well. It's like, oh, KD's foot was a little bit too big. Kyrie, a little bit of needles are in his thing. Harden.
A lot of people are scared of needles.
Harden doesn't want to pay for living in Bed-Stuy or wherever he wants to live in. His apartment is kind of like mine. So
like he's like, man, I'm supposed to be like everybody hates Chris. There's white people everywhere.
I think Harden took a look at Dumbo and was like, why am I here? He was like, I don't want to look at records all day. I want to look at vinyls.
He's just staring at that one street where you get the perfect shot of the Brooklyn Bridge. Like, all right, we get it. It's there.
Like, all right, is there anything else to do here? And Kyrie's like, you want to go burn some incense in my place? No.
No, I could get all the bad mojo out right now. I could fix your hamstring with this fucking candle. Ever seen, that video of James Harden? Fuck, it's like him. He looks mad confused. I forget what it is. Oh, it's when they're it's not the Olympics. It was like the FIBA World Cup, and the New Zealand team is doing their dance, and it like cuts to Harden and like Steph and they're all looking at him like. That's how I assume Harden's looking at Kyrie, like fucking burning sage like a witch.
Yeah, so like Harden looks at his teammates. And he's at the Brooklyn Bridge, and he's like, well, Katie, what are you going to do? He goes, I'm just going to play 2K when I get home. It's like, dude, 30. You're like 33.
He's like, Katie, what are you doing? I'm applying people on Twitter.
I'm just going to go on Twitter. And then he looks at the rest of his team. Cam Thomas is way too young to be hanging out with him. And you look at Patty Mills, and he goes, oh, I'm just going to go back to my crib. And he's
like Blake Griffin's doing stand-up somewhere and shit.
And Blake Griffin's like, well, you can come to my Comedy Central show. And he's like, you guys do this stuff.
Marcus Aldridge is in the hospital getting an IV because he shouldn't be playing fucking basketball.
Look at everyone on his team, and he can't relate to anybody on his team.
And then he just walks out with little baby. He's like, all right, let's go.
And he's like, shit, all right, let's go.
He's like, is he mad because I'm a rich bitch, or is he mad at a rich bitch? I don't know.
So at least with Philly, I think the biggest concern with Harden and Philly is like when you eat like a cheesesteak, his beard is so big.
It's gonna be shit sucking.
It's gonna be cheese whiz all over his beard.
He get everywhere, and he's gonna have to wash that, and it's gonna be annoying every time he needs to eat something. But I'm like, he's had that beard for years now, so I'm sure he's acclimated on how to.
I would think.
I saw people roasting me the other day because he had a mohawk at 30. I was like, all right, that wasn't really necessary.
That's true. No, it was funny. We didn't question it.
No, I wouldn't question that. There was a time though. It was the year the Blazers beat them in the playoffs with the Damian Lillard shot. Oh. Everybody on the Rockets had the exact same haircut. It was Jeremy Lin, Parsons, Dwight Howard, and James Harden all had a mohawk. I forget who else was on the team, but they all had the exact same haircut. I was like, this is weird. They're gonna lose. I don't know why they decided it was all get mohawks. So it was the weirdest thing ever. But
yeah, but whatever. If it had to happen, it had to happen. I'm not gonna be mad about it.
You said move on. The Bucks are 6 anyway.
You got to move on. As long as Philly just doesn't win. I know Harden already opted into his contract.
Yeah.
Of $47.8 million, I believe it is. It's disgusting.
The Supermaxes are disgusting. They are disgusting contracts. Because every person who signed it everyone's just like, I don't know why they do that. John Wall, Russ, Dame, Harden. I think Curry's the only one. Everyone's like, yeah, that makes sense.
It makes you practically like you can't go anywhere.
You can't do anything. You're tied into this dude. I know people have come up with ideas that it shouldn't it should just be like. The extra money on the Supermax shouldn't count against the cap because it just because the Supermax is supposed to help the small market teams. So say when not next year, in 5 years when John needs the extension and he gets paid $300 million or some shit, but then Memphis can't pay anybody. It's like, oh, cool. Now they're gonna be a 7th seed forever. It's like, what the hell? It's supposed to help the small teams. In reality, it's only helping the big teams because look, the Warriors are still good and Steph's getting paid a shit ton of money, and so is Clay and Dre. I don't know. They got to get rid of it, honestly. It's just too much money.
Yeah, so whatever. Just get rid of it.
It's also funny because you can only give it the one you can only get is the one if you draft them. Mm-hmm. So I think only 3 actual people have the real 4. I think it's Dame, Russ, John Wall, and Steph. And 2 of those guys aren't even on their team anymore. And the other team that they're on is oh fuck, this bozo is sitting on our bench.
And what I'm thinking too is, and this might be a little bit of a hot take, is that it just sucks we never got to see the real potential of the Nets' big three. Huh?
Oh, there it is, Mikey. Hot takes.
Ooh, wow,
in hard.
That is scorching.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm for the hot take. Stay for.
Can we talk about the tall frog being traded? Because I've been waiting for this day.
Yeah, that is
time.
Also involved in that trade, former Nets Spencer Dinwiddie.
This is probably possibly the dumbest trade I've ever seen in my life for both teams. I am a tall fraud hater, big time. But like, I don't know why the Wizards. It's like, all right, we need to keep Bradley Beal. What should we do? Let's trade for Porzingis. They're gonna keep him anyway. So
every year there's one trade at the deadline where you're just like, what the fuck is this?
I thought that was the Kings trade, but no, it was this one. Because the Mavericks, like, I don't think Dinwiddie's that bad. I forgot what he signed this offseason. He's having a horrible year. I think he hasn't really been playing well. But Davis Bertans, the other guy they got in the trade, he got paid a lot of money because he shot like 42 from 3 2 years ago, and he's been garbage ever since. It's just a weird trade for the Mavericks. But I realized last night that they traded him because the vibes were off. Because they trade him, Luka scored 51 points last night.
Yeah.
He had 30 points in the first quarter. Like, the vibes were just off. They had to get rid of that tall fraud. Look at the Knicks. They traded him 2 years later. They made the playoffs.
It's so weird. It's so
weird. He's just such a tall fraud. The vibes are just completely off. It's
gonna be weird seeing Porzingis in like the district jersey.
Mike, you have to go catch a Porzingis game one of these days.
I have a Wizards cup. I got Capitals game.
Oh, really? You know what's funny, too? Because he's going to be averaging like 27 points because Beal's out for the rest of the season. Everyone's like, wow, the Wizards win this trade? Because he's going to average 26 and 10 on a fucking 10 and 40 team for the rest of the season. And then everyone's like, yo, how did the Knicks let this guy go? Or some shit like that. Because the Wizards don't finish a game above the Knicks.
Steph Curry, I
love that take. How did the Knicks get Steph Curry? Because we had to pick after him. Maybe that's why. Talk about the Timberwolves drafting 2 point guards that weren't Steph Curry.
Johnny Flynn,
Syracuse legend.
In the past couple of weeks, I love that I've been just the clowning that Russell Westbrook is getting just because he cannot play basketball anymore.
I saw a stat. It was funny because last year at the same time, Russell Westbrook was averaging like 15 points, 16 rebounds, and like 14 assists for a whole month. I was like, this doesn't make it. How did this happen? And the dude can't even fucking play in like the last 5 minutes of the game anymore. It doesn't make any sense.
It's so bad. He went from one of the smoothest players on the court to just a dumpster fire. I mean, it is ugly.
He needs to have a team to himself. You really can't have any other superstars on his team.
That's why, yeah. Russ has to be the best player on his team.
If Russ
he looks really good, but if he has anyone else,
yeah.
It's like,
if Russ is the only player on the team, he's guaranteeing you an 8 spot. And if he's really, really good, he'll give you a 6 seed.
Big fish in a small pond, yeah.
So,
because I feel like KD was a perfect too, because like KD was always better than Russ, so that he always had the what's it called? What's the word? Not concede, I guess.
Okay.
Like comfort zone, kind of.
Like KD was obviously the guy. You know what I mean? So when KD left, I think what happened was Russ got used to being the guy. So he averaged triple-double for 3 straight years. And even when Paul George was there, you can argue that Westbrook was better than Paul George those years. I think now that he's just used to being the guy so much that he can't. I don't know why I thought this would work. That him and LeBron could play, because him and LeBron actually both need the ball at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they can actually play together because Russ off ball is kind of useless. He can't shoot. He doesn't cut.
Ugliest jump shot I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's very weird. So you saw in the Knicks game on last Saturday that he was in the corner. And the entire crowd said, no! They were screaming at him, no. He pump faked, and I think he heard them. So he said, fuck it, and shot anyway.
I would too, but if a whole bunch of people tell me no, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
It's funny, too, because he's trying to gaslight Frank Vogel now into thinking he's the bad guy. He goes, I was just trying to tell him, man, I wish I was out there so I can help. I was like, damn. Oh, Lakers stink right now, man.
They're so bad.
Saw that bet I had the other night. Oh my god, it's some bullshit. They were winning at halftime. I was like, I'm set.
They're so bad.
They'll find a way to sneak into the playoffs.
There's no way they can miss the plan unless the Kings with their miraculous trading somehow get the play-in spot. They can't miss the plan.
They'll make the first round of the playoffs. They'll win the play-in round. This is what the Lakers do. It's just what they.
Yeah, I mean they have to face like the Pelicans. That's it. But they'll get swept by the Warriors.
Also, the Pelicans, I didn't realize were in a play-in round situation.
Oh yeah, they were like 1-12, but they've been like 10 and they've been pretty good since what's it called.
That's
They
interesting.
started off slow.
And
Zion, I don't know what Zion's coming back if he is, but
it said that I read somewhere that like he's just like been constantly like training, but like they don't know if he's going to be playing for the rest of the year. Like they said his status for him at the rest of the season is still up in the air.
That's wild.
That's insane.
He's going to go more tests next week. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
They gave him too much gumbo, bro.
It is.
It's too big. Should have sent him to like anywhere else. The Knicks should have gotten that pick, so we can draft Ja.
Ja ended up being the best player there.
Yeah, and RJ's number 2. It's
Unreal.
crazy how life works. It's crazy. I love RJ. I would really like Ja though.
Did you guys moving on from basketball? Did you guys see Nelly post a video of him getting his glizzy sucked on his Instagram story?
Did you see like he figured it out live like on the KFC radio?
Yeah.
Also, they had Kevin Hart on KFC radio. That's pretty impressive.
That's so awesome. Good for you know what? Good for Nelly.
People were making fun of him because his dick wasn't big. That's tough. Who gives a shit if his dick's big? He's fucking Nelly.
It's Nelly.
It's
Who
Nelly.
cares?
He gave us Dilemma. I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
If you make the greatest song of all time, it doesn't really matter how big your dick is.
That whole album is fantastic. That whole album.
I used to be a Nelly hater. Because all AJ would talk about was Nelly. Then I realized how great
Because he's the fucking best.
You know,
And now he reinvented himself. I mean, he always kind of did this. He
The
always
Burger
did like
King meal.
what?
The
he's a Burger King meal. Yeah,
Does he really?
he had one. Him, Little Huddy.
Oh my god, I missed that. That would have gotten me to eat Burger King. But now he like kind of reinvented himself into this. He always did it a little bit because he had the song with Tim McGraw, but he's making country music now.
Yeah, Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah, great songs. He had some pretty good songs with Florida Georgia Line. Nelly fucking rules.
That song sucked. Isn't that Cruise song suck? I assume all Florida Georgia Line songs.
Oh, that was a remix. That was a remix of. They had the original Cruise like years ago. The song that was a remix, but just a little bit was a catchy song from that was 2020 or 20 last year maybe.
Yeah, I don't listen to new Nelly music.
I do.
I cut it off with Sweatsuit. Grills is the furthest I'll go back, which is also one of the greatest songs of all time. Shout out Paul Wall.
Are you telling me you're not listening to Just a Dream by Nelly?
I hate that song.
I like it.
That song this screams 2009 radio, and like it's like the one song I don't like from that like era.
It did get a lot of radio play back, a decade.
California Girls came on the car the other day. I was fucking bumping that shit. Man, that's a banger. Katy Perry also doesn't make good music anymore, but man, that was a banger.
When was the last time she like released
an album? Last year. That's why no one
really
knows. Yeah, she's washed.
Wow. Oh, that's sad. She was an annoying judge in American Idol too. She made every contestant's like performance about herself. It was very annoying.
But I was making the last Friday night. You know why I don't like Katy Perry actually? Because the whole left shark thing at the Super Bowl. Because I thought it was the stupidest shit ever. I don't know why people got happy over it.
That became
the shark. It looks stupid. Like, that's great.
One of the biggest memes.
Cam Newton just fumbled the ball and didn't jump on it. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, left shark thing I never understood why that was so funny.
It was never funny, man.
It's because he was doing like the dance wrong or something. He was doing his own dance.
Yeah.
But it became one of
Who gives a shit? Missy Elliott just showed up. Who gives a fuck about a shark? Missy Elliott came out the cut after 15 years of being missing, and they're talking about a shark. Actually, now that I think about it, the Doja Cat thing kind of like if Missy Elliott showed up at a Katy Perry performance, why can't Doja Cat show up at an Eminem one?
I'm excited for this year's Super Bowl halftime show. It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited until they play Not Afraid, and then I'm turning it off. Because some white people are like, yo, I know they're in a locker room. I ain't them right now. Play till I collapse now. Joe Burrow's gonna come out swinging.
Stafford and Burrow are gonna go crazy in the second half of the year.
Actually, Joe Burrow would not listen to him like that. It'd be Matt Stafford be like, oh, you just listen to Cinderella Man in the locker room. He's like.
They're gonna hear that Obi Trice is his real name, but not a gimmick. And fucking
Odell's
veins
come out
are just gonna start popping out of their arms and foreheads.
They're gonna have fucking camera footage of Odell sitting in the tunnel dancing. The doctor like, oh, what's it called? Forget about Dre or some shit. Jamar Chase is hitting the gritty, the DNA.
Yeah. Joe Gad's doing this to What's the Difference by Dr. Dre.
They should perform Bitch Please too off the Eminem show. Marshall Mathers OP. just to see what would happen. Just get Nate, get like a holographic Nate Dogg, see what happens, and somehow find Exhibit because I think he's on that song too.
And for some weird reason, "Real Love" by Mary J. Blige is gonna get Cooper Kupp and his feelings in the locker room during the halftime show.
It's literally Family Affair was like dancing and shit. Mike's like, what are these songs? I never heard of a Mary J. Blige song.
I know who Mary J. Blige is.
You told me like a year ago you never heard a Mary J. Blige song in your life.
I never heard of a Mary J. Blige song in my life. I know who she is.
Okay.
All right, I'm pretty well cultured. Pretty well cultured in this business. No, I'm just waiting for Cinderella Man to come out, and then I could be like, and then like 15-year-old me would be like, yo, this is kind of right now.
I hope he does Kim. I hope he opens with Kim.
play FAC.
I
Just Lose It.
That song when I was 13. FAC. I loved
13-year-olds had and being addicted to Eminem is just like this. You think you're so cool because I knew every lyric to fucking Rap God. Rap God came out today. I fucking deleted from my playlist immediately.
Eminem.
Speaking of rappers, I guess Kanye's been on a burner lately.
Yeah, what he took it so personally with Billie Eilish. Like, what?
No, to be fair, Billie Eilish's response was kind of dumb. She's like, I never mentioned Travis once. Now, when you say, "Oh, I actually stopped my concert," we all know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
To be fair, but at the same time, the fact that her stopping concert is a big deal should not be a big deal. So I feel like both of them are
kill people. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm saying
big deal. No, I'm saying that Kanye shouldn't be mad at Billie Eilish.
No, not at all.
And now
he only likes Travis because like Travis invited him to like his daughter's birthday party. And he gave him the address.
People forget that Kanye.
Where else would it be besides like Kim's house?
It wasn't at Kim's house. It was at Kylie's house.
Okay, so I mean, like you had to just stop by a couple family members' house. You'll find it eventually.
Kanye actually dropped a song last night with 504 and The Go. Pretty good song.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good.
It was good. Yeah.
It
was good.
Alicia Keys as well with Playboy Cardi saying "what" in the background,
Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran dropped the song.
I'm not listening to that shit. I'm anti Ed Sheeran 100%. Fuck that guy.
Every
time I hear that Shiver song, I want to shoot somebody.
Apparently, her and Usher have a good song on it together. Her new album, Mary J. Blige.
Oh, she dropped the album.
Yeah, today.
Where's Usher been?
I
think Usher's gonna at least like what the last Usher song I remember is "I Don't Mind." That's it. Like he's like Usher had like I don't know. Usher's too good to be gone for this long. Yeah, anyway, Kanye's a little bit crazy, but the album might drop because he just dropped a song randomly, so we don't know. Down to 2.
We got about what 10 days?
Oh, well, 9, no 10. Yeah, you're right. I can't do math.
Wait and see.
Hey, AJ, did you watch Ozark?
Yeah.
The new season?
Yeah, really good.
You're really good, right? Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. Really good. Yeah, it was fun. I'm excited. So it's season 4B, the next one?
Yeah, part 2. Yeah, there's some shit like that.
I'm excited for that.
It'll be electric. It's gonna be like Sopranos. It's gonna end with Marty sitting at dinner and it's gonna cut to black.
Instead of "Don't Stop Believing," it'll be like Hotel California. Some shit. Yeah.
You know what's a great song I was randomly listening to yesterday? Fucking Here Comes the Hot Stepper.
Oh,
it's so good.
I love that song.
Oh man. Dude, I was in the car bumping. I was in the car listening to that song, and then I looked in my mirror, and there was a couple having a full-on screaming match behind me. So I was like, they're not feeling the vibes right now.
I love by Ini Kamuze. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I think I just butchered his name, but that is a fantastic song. You guys want to wrap this up?
Together. Yeah, sure.
All right. AJ Batista on Twitter with 2 A's at the end of Batista. Same as Instagram. You guys go too. Plug your socials.
Chase Daniel on Instagram.
You said what?
Chase Daniel on Instagram. And Giovanni Bernard on Twitter.
Nice. Patrick Chang, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. I'm gonna start putting out content.
Yeah, it's just gonna be me throwing myself into
it's gonna be me fucking trying to be good at Warzone, just dying every 5 seconds.
All right. Don't forget to check us out, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and Google Podcasts. Don't forget to watch along and subscribe on YouTube as well. Episode 10 of the Bomcast, everybody. See you next week. Have a good day, Ski.
Oh, God. Oh.